Here we're on. We're on.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
For those watching, we've got Mr. Joel Swadling here. One of my favourite patients of all time. I mean that genuinely.
Thank you.
Joel, how are you going today?
I'm good, Matt. How are you?
I'm really, really excited about this chat that we're going to have. I don't know where it's going to go, but I think I'm super pumped about this because obviously it wasn't long ago that I had your brother here.
Of course, yeah.
And now it's your turn.
Yeah.
And obviously you must be a proud little brother of your big brother.
No, of course I am. Yeah, very proud of Sam.
Yeah. Tell us why you're proud.
Oh, he's done so well. He's made it to the AFL, playing for Collingwood now in the VFL. Soon to maybe play his first game for Collingwood. So I'm very pumped for him.
Yeah. I wonder how much of obviously your brother's story. I know he looks up to you.
Yeah.
You look up to him.
Yeah,
hey?
of course. Yep.
Yeah. And tell me, when can you first remember that when you started feeling like you were looking up to your big brother? When did that all start for you in terms of your own self, whether that's through sport or things that you do every day of life?
Oh yeah. So like in terms of sport, I reckon I started looking up to him like when he started playing his Colts level. He got really good at that, and he's been playing really well in that. And then he's always encouraged me like when I'm playing my sport. So yeah, he's just been there every step of the way, helping me, and I've helped him a lot. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome. So the Joel that I met the first time, very different to the Joel that I'm seeing today.
Yeah.
For those that are listening, watching this, can you go back that far? Remember when we first met?
Yeah, so I reckon we first met like 2018. I reckon around that time, and I came in. I think just wanting to improve my strength and my power, but I don't think it was about that. I reckon I needed to improve my leg stability and my balance and stuff like that. But it all started with strength and power.
Yeah. For those listening, you happy to talk about cerebral palsy and how you obviously when I first met you, that was really the part that obviously mum, dad bringing you into the clinic. It was the memory for me was, there was no barrier ever. It was all about ability in disability. It was never about you having cerebral palsy. It was always about, well, what is possible. That's what I've always liked about you. That's what, obviously, when I first met you, I remembered the struggle. I remembered the pains, and I remembered the sort of reluctance to really want to get into physical activity.
Yeah.
Can you remember that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. What was going through your mind back then? Can you remember that back that far of maybe why it was kind of like, why am I here at physio? And
I think, in terms of me back then, I probably just wanted to get stronger, and I don't think I think I said to myself, oh, I don't need to. I'm not going to be in a wheelchair. I'm going to be like physically able, but turns out I don't think that was the true goal. So yeah,
that's amazing that you have just like let your armour down and been fully vulnerable, Joel.
Yeah.
And really, this journey for you. It's just this maturity, growing into a young man, with that humility, that level of awareness. When I first met you, my sort of way that I feel like I connected with you was, it was just really about, what can I get out of this guy?
Yeah.
How can I make you feel that this isn't about CP?
Yeah.
This is about you just having fun and getting the most out of your body and you know, like I just feel like we just made every session just, yeah, it was all about high fives for me. It was all about, we used to always have jokes. You'd always bring a joke in, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a video on my phone actually that your mum sent on you doing your chin ups on the bar,
Yeah,
and I had to lift you up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you were tiny. You were tiny. However, you chin up by yourself now.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Come a long way.
Yeah. So that was awesome how we started and how we connected. And obviously, I remembered my girls very, very fond. My daughter's really fond in you, and seeing your determination through life. And obviously, they made you that birthday cake. Was that 2018? Was it?
No, I think that was maybe like closer to like 2022 or something.
2022, they made you the cake, didn't they? Yeah.
Swan's cake, yeah.
Nah, that's cool. And I feel like you've not really been a patient to me. I feel like we've just grown in our friendship, and seeing you coming into the gym and just working out and building up your strength and achieving that goal has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And tell us about your sport. What do you do now?
Oh, so I'm a wheelchair basketball player, and I play for Western Australia. And I recently started playing for the Perth Wheelcats last year.
Yeah.
So I started playing wheelchair basketball like mid 2023, and then I started getting into like all the teams in 2024, and I recently competed in the under 18 national championships in Brisbane about a week ago.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning the whole tournament, coming first, and smashing it. Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
And had a big influence?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. Yeah.
I wonder, I'm really curious about, you got your medal. You got your medal?
Yeah.
Let's get it out. Come on. Why is it not around your neck?
Oh, I just put it on my lap, eh?
Oh, it's pretty heavy, isn't it? When you look at this medal, what does this represent for you? Apart from you winning and being a national champion under 18, what does this really represent for you?
I reckon it just represents like what like me and my team went through, and like how we were able to bond and show teamwork and build chemistry with each other, and just play our game of basketball.
Yeah. Very good. I could just see you off the court having a bit of a joke and keeping that team spirit alive. Is that you?
Yeah, that's definitely me. Yeah. I love that.
You're the joker of the party?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know, honestly. I feel like I've always been like a very funny guy. I reckon just ever since I was a little kid, Yeah,
the jokes never stop, man. So there's a bit of fun about what you do.
Yeah.
Rather than just winning medals.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, basketball's supposed to be fun. You want it to be fun, otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah. And how did you go in your own performance in the nationals?
Yeah, me personally, I reckon I did like really well myself. I reckon I was able to play a really good game of basketball, and I was able to get like career high in averages, and
awesome. Yeah,
very proud of myself.
Excellent. So, are you a goal-setting man? Do you like setting yourself goals?
I do have a couple goals, yeah.
What's your long-term goal, mate?
My long-term goal, I'd love to play in the Paralympics one day. Definitely in like 2032, around there. I think that's like the team.
Brisbane Games?
Yeah.
That's your goal?
I reckon that's the team I'm going to strive to make,
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And what's the sort of feedback that you're getting at the moment from all your coaches?
People are telling me that I'm playing like really well. I'm doing well. I'm improving a lot in like a very short span. But I can only strive up from here. Keep going. Yeah, just keep going upwards. Yeah.
What is your best attribute on the basketball court? Obviously, a team man, but physicality wise, what are you?
I reckon I'm a defender. I love defending. I reckon I'm more of a defender than scorer or anything. And I think I proved that in my tournament last week. So, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what about the things that you want to improve on? Where you at with that in terms of always talk about, I like to think about numbers out of 10 and give yourself a score in certain areas.
Yeah, so things I want to improve on. I really want to get faster in my chair. Like I'd love to like get faster, push harder.
Yeah.
I reckon my chord awareness could use some improvement, like passing and just like seeing my surroundings.
Yeah.
Pushing down the court. If I have the ball, I need to protect it. Just
Yeah.
And then my shooting can always use more improvement.
Yeah.
You can always improve that.
Yeah. So out of 10 in terms of speed, then on the court, what would you give yourself out of 10?
Right now, I reckon I give myself maybe 6.
6 out of 10.
6.
If 10 out of 10 was you're at the Paralympics where you want to be, in speed, you reckon today you're about 6?
I reckon,
yeah. Good. Yeah. And your shooting?
Shooting's definitely, I reckon I'm a 5. Yeah. I definitely need to improve that. I reckon.
Yeah. What is it in the shooting? Is it confidence going for the shot, or is it the actual technique itself?
I think it's my confidence. Just I always give it up, like give it to another person, or my teammate. Yeah. So maybe I should have more confidence, take that shot. That's what my coach is telling me. Like they believe in me that I can shoot the ball. So I should just take more shots and more opportunities.
I'm curious. I wonder whether there's an element there to, what would you do in your preparation you've heard about visualization or like mental strength.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything in your preparation that you think that you could probably apply to improve that area?
That's a hard one actually. I'm not sure, but I reckon just getting more reps in.
Yeah, more reps.
Yeah, more reps. Definitely get more reps in. Maybe working on my technique. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Do you write things down?
No, not really.
You're not one of those guys?
Yeah, no.
You more think about it? Yeah.
Think about it,
and then go and put it into action?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. And in terms of Basketball Western Australia, have they got resources in terms of people that you can speak to in that, hey, I've got a little bit of a mental block, or maybe I feel like I could be doing this, but I'm being held back?
Yeah, no, of course. I can always talk to my coaches and people, WAST, the Western Australian Institute of Sport, they've got like people that deal with mental health and like a physio and all things like that.
Yeah.
So good. I can always talk to. I've always got someone in my corner.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you good at asking for help?
I believe so. I haven't. I don't know. I haven't really needed help that much from those type of people. But if I do need help, I can. You're not afraid to ask. I can definitely ask. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. It's going to lead into my next question, really, in terms of asking for help.
Yeah.
What's it like for you in your everyday life, mate? Walk me through your everyday life and how you get through. You're obviously finishing year 12 this year. Yeah. Obviously you ambulate now around in your chair.
Yeah.
Just walk us through what you go through, just to give everyone a bit more perspective.
Yeah, so I wake up about 5 a.m. and go to training at 6 to 8, and then I go straight to school after that, and then that's usually my day from Monday to Friday. And I finish school around 3 o'clock.
So you get up out of bed that early to mobilize your body.
Yeah.
Because is there a pain, or is there just a calling for, hang on, I need to get up and do some movement?
Yeah, I need to get up. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. You have to move. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I wake up that early because I have to go to training, obviously.
Yeah.
And then so that's from Monday to Friday, and then on Saturday I also have a training session from 8:30 to 10. So I'm very busy throughout the week, I think.
Yeah. Good. When did that structure really start? When did you really start nailing that structure?
Just a couple weeks into the session, I wasn't really used to waking up that early. But then as I started doing it more, I'm definitely more into it now.
Yeah. And how'd you fit in school?
I'm doing pretty well in school, I think.
Yeah.
I'm excited to finish year 12. I'm excited to see what else I can do straight like after that. And but yeah.
Apart from your dreams of basketball,
yeah,
what else do you want to do, mate?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. That question's always been a tough one for me. I don't know if I want to go to uni, if I want to do a course, if I want to go to that's always a tough one for me. I'd have to speak to my parents with that one.
Yeah,
because they gotta help me out with all that stuff. So yeah.
You're obviously in such a positive mindset at the moment, which I love.
Yeah.
Is there some struggle in there?
I feel like I don't have any struggle. No struggle at all. No struggle.
You don't struggle?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Awesome, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else in terms of your strengths or your weaknesses that you want to discuss?
Strength and my weaknesses. I'm not really sure. Sorry, Matt.
That's all right. That's okay. No, I think what I love about you is that you're such a guy that doesn't look back. You just seem to be like always looking forward, and that's a real good thing, because sometimes looking back you can, not really be present enough, or you could be stuck or dwell a little bit. Hey, but for you just mindset's all on possibility and thinking positively.
Yeah.
So we're back on, dude.
How'd you do this last time?
Just on the clip it on. It's like a timeout, mate, in basketball. It happens, eh? Right.
Yeah.
Time after timeout. So, who's your role model, mate?
My role model, I've got several. I reckon in my family, it's definitely my family. Like my mum, my dad, sister, brother's definitely the biggest one. He's been there ever since. He's helped me throughout my sports journey and just been with me every step of the way. And then like maybe a sporting role model, I think I have to say Dylan Alcott. He's a very he's a very inspiring person. He's the first Paralympic sports person I saw, and I saw his game. He's very a very strong person, and he does a lot of work for the disabled community. Definitely look up to him.
Yeah, awesome. I know you've talked about your brother a bit.
Yeah.
He's your role model?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
If he was here right now, what would you want to say to him?
I'd just say I'm so proud of him. I can't wait to see what the future holds for him, and I can't wait to be there with you, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I did say to your brother that we would have another chat with Matt session.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go to Melbourne together and do that one, hey?
Of course, yeah.
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 I'm really curious about relationships and who lifts you up and why you're the Joel that you are today.
Yeah.
Your mum and dad, you mentioned, big influence.
Yeah, 100%.
Talk to me about, the little. There could be some little mini chapters in there that just stand out that you might not have even really thought about, but just in this moment in time, you go, oh yeah, I just remember my mum and dad doing that.
Yeah. So, my mum and dad's been there ever since, and they get me to everywhere I need to go. Like they have to wake up early mornings, get me on a training session sometimes, and they just sacrifice so much for me to be the person I am today. So I'm very grateful for them.
Yeah, well done, mate. Good job. And your sister?
Yeah, my sister. She's been supporting me ever since I started basketball. She's come to a couple of my games and cheering me on. Yeah. Yeah.
And she was in Brisbane with you recently, hey?
She was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was able to see me play, and I reckon that's a big thing for me and her. Like, I'm very happy that she was there. Yeah,
so good. What's your little connection piece with your sister?
We love hanging out with each other. We love making each other laugh. I reckon that's really important.
Yeah.
With me and her, like we have a very good sister and brother dynamic, I reckon. And it's very fun.
That's so good, mate. Getting any inspiration anywhere else?
No, just my family. friends. Dylan Alcott, big one. But no, that's about it.
Yeah, cool, mate. Good. Yeah. I'm just curious if we fast forwarded this conversation and in 5 years we had another one.
Yeah.
What is it that you want to be able to come in here and say, hey, Matt, I want to celebrate my last 5 years? What would that conversation look like?
I want to celebrate like what I've achieved, like my achievements, how far I've come physically and maybe mentally, and what my sports journey looks like now, looks like then compared to now. But I'd love to celebrate if I make the under 23s national wheelchair basketball squad for Australia. I'd love to play in that. So I'll be about 20 when that happens.
Yeah.
So if I make that team, I'd love to celebrate that. That'd be one of my many goals.
Awesome, mate. And something that you can sort of gloat over your brother, that you made obviously your brother can only take AFL to AFL, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you can take basketball internationally.
Yeah.
So did you let him know about that already, do you?
I would, yeah. I've got 2 national championships over him now, so...
so you're poking him already. That's so good. Yeah. I love that competitiveness that you have with your brother.
Yeah, no, we're definitely competitive with each other, I reckon.
But the support, the paradox with the support, I love that.
Of course, yeah.
Have you got any questions for me?
Yeah, I do. So let's take footy or basketball for example. If someone was starting out of sport, what advice would you give to them, like just starting?
That's a great question. I think the first thing that I always want to do with people starting sport, and probably most of the time when I speak to people, they're often quite keen on the sport. They realise they've got some sort of some talent. I guess one of the big things that I'm all into is I want to make sure that talent is fostered in the right direction, and I think it really starts with fun. Like you've got to really, you've got to keep the fun, and it's a lot of that off-field or off-court behaviour, and making sure that people or athletes are accountable for those off-field behaviours. That you're on the court or on the oval for such a short period of time. So it's really important that you look after that, and that really then helps take care of your sporting aspirations. I definitely think preparation, recovery, like from a physical, like obviously being a physical therapist, there's so much in how you prepare for sport that really can unlock your performance.
That's very important.
And I definitely think that there's, for people that I've worked with and mentored, I definitely think there's something around being a reflective athlete, whether you have a practice that you write things down, or you journal, or you've got a gratitude practice, or you're self-reflecting in the mode that you go, hang on, I wasn't quite happy with this performance and I'm going to go and change it for my next training session. I think that's really important. I think there's so many things that happen on the sports field, but if you don't go in there with that mindset that's been worked on, that will have a huge influence. There was one other part to this as well. What was I saying? So fun, writing things down, preparation, and
was it Never Give Up?
Definitely the never giving up. Yeah, Joel, you knew it, mate. You knew it. Is that because you hear that all the time?
I've heard it so many times.
Yeah, no, that's good. No, you're right. Persistence is a big part. So, so many times in sport, you are going to have setbacks, right? Every single training session is never going to be smooth. There's always going to be obstacles, hurdles in the way. So, as a coach or mentor, I would be going, hang on, I know you didn't get to that national title that you deserved, or you didn't make that qualifying time, or you missed out on selection here.
Yeah.
But there's going to be another opportunity.
Yeah,
so don't allow one failure, if you like, to let it get in your way. And the other part is, don't train yourself in a level of comfort all the time. Sometimes leaning into that discomfort or pushing yourself a bit harder is part of the process. That's when you truly grow. So that would be my...
Yeah. No.
Have I answered that one?
Yeah, no, that's very good. All those points are very good, very clear.
Oh, I've got one more. One more.
What is it?
Superpowers.
Yeah.
So Joel, superpower for me would be, from an athlete perspective, I've got you. Is giving away the medals already, mate. My superpower advice would be for people getting into sports is don't allow your superpowers to be messed up. So like if you come in and you're a really strong athlete, or you're a really fast athlete or explosive athlete, and that's your superpower, that's what I think you should
work on.
Really, well, that's where you should be. That's your gift.
Yeah.
So you should keep working on that, and don't let anyone else come along and go, no, you need to go and work on your long distance engine, because hey, that's your superpower.
Yeah.
So many times I have kids coming in and saying, I want to be more explosive, and they're already running but they're running an unbelievable 2K time trial. And it's like, well, maybe your superpower is long distance. Maybe you're just an aerobic athlete. You're not going to be the fastest guy on the field.
Yeah.
So that would be my, hopefully rounded that answer.
I think all those points are great. Yeah, I love those answers. Yeah, nice.
Good. I'm also curious that when you come into the family of Next Move, what do I offer, or what do we offer you that makes you feel empowered to keep coming back, or feel comfortable with coming back?
Yeah. I think everyone's so welcoming. Like ever since I came in, you, Kine, and whoever's been there for me, everyone's been like just with me, helped me in my journey. And then me just wanting to improve myself personally, coming in every day, doing my program, doing my gym stuff. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate, for coming in and committing to what you're doing.
Thanks for taking me in.
Yeah. I think what you probably don't realise is that you're such a magnet in the community.
Yeah.
Like you have this presence, aura around you, and I look up to you, mate, because you push yourself beyond, that resilience and that how you've come back from where you were at. It's pretty cool to watch on the sidelines, mate. Be a fan.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, it's good. And the other one I wanted to finish with is we'll have to pause this bit. That's all right. We can pause this bit in the video. The one that I wanted to finish with is let's do this one. This is something I haven't done before.
Yeah, okay.
The next guest coming in.
Yeah.
What question would you want to ask them?
Well, that's a hard one, because depending on who.
I know, but just throw out a question, something to do with performance, I reckon, for you.
Let's say, just what do you want to achieve? Like, what your key goals are, I reckon.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be in maybe the next few months, depending on what you do,
Yeah. Love it. I'll definitely ask that question on your behalf.
Thank you.
Anything else that we haven't covered today?
I think we got it, didn't we?
We got it.
All, yeah.
We got it all. That's the way we roll, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job today.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Mate, we're gonna sit back here again along the journey and have another chat with Matt.
Sweet. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do. Next 5 years. Let's go.